It's Don here from the board. Thanks for coming along and checking out this video. Today I'm going to be having a look at the Kailh Ancient China Switch series. So let's head on down to the desktop. Okay, so I want to say thank you to Mitenolet for actually providing me these. I've actually had them for a while and I'm just chewing through all the stuff that I've got to work through. What are you doing? What are you saying? Hey? Now, my little one here is sitting on my lap because she wanted to come up and see, and it's very colorful, as she said. So the set that I've been provided has this acrylic switch holder, which is pretty cool. It's quite thick. It's just a very simple, looks like laser cut, quite thick, like 10 mil acrylic here. And we've got 4 switches, and then there's some keycaps on top. We're not going to bother with the keycaps at this point in time, not really much requirement. So the ancient China switches, please don't scratch the desk mat, okay, Ariete? The ancient China switches, if my camera is going to come back, there we go. We've got a red one, a jade one. These are meant to be a grey, and then this is like a yellow. I believe there's at least, yeah, so there's 2 tactile, there's a linear and, sorry, 2 clickies, a linear and a linear. So there's no tactile bump on these, and these are click bar switches. The technical specs, I don't remember off the top of my head. I probably should look them up. You can tell how well prepared I am doing this right now because, you know, I've got everything set up and whatnot. I'm going to go to the side switch here and type something in. Ancient. Okay. Let's go to key chatter. Let's expand that out and have a look. All right, so there it is. So key chatter, fantastic site. Very, very detailed write-ups and whatnot. So China style with the new box switches. We've got the, what do they call up the top? So Chinese red, noble yellow, glazed green, and ancient grey. The red is linear. They have the same spec. The glazed green is a clicky box white other than the color. Noble yellow doesn't have a twin. Closest is a box jade. And then the ancient grey, which is 95 linear. So there you go. So that's some of the detail and spec there. You can go and check that out on KeyChatter's site. So that's what we've got here. In regards to the feel, the linear is actually, it's quite smooth. If I can get my daughter's fingers off it. All right, so the red it's very smooth. I would say, you know, in terms of trying it out against some of the others, the cherry is definitely scratchier, but that's not really surprising, is it? If anything, it's very, very much the same to their own red switch, except it's just got a heavier spring feel to it. Okay, in the, I believe they were saying the glazed green is similar to a box white, so just going to hold that up to the microphone. So that was the, what do they call it? The glazed green, and this is a box white. So it definitely has a very similar feel and sound to it. Now if I put them side by side, there is a slight tonal difference between the two, but it could be because of the acrylic housing and the plate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my laser advanced, and I'm going to put that into there. Take that out and put that into there. There is definitely a tonal difference between the two. So that is green, white, green, white. There is a pitch difference. There is a distinct pitch difference. What's causing it? I don't 100% know. Okay, so let's put that back. Now we move on to the yellow one, what do they call it? The noble yellow. So they were saying the noble yellow is probably closer to the jade since it doesn't have a direct analog to it. So let's take out the noble yellow, drop that in, and a box jade. Let's drop that in. Okay, so the jade, it's quite a hefty bump, and then the noble yellow. I feel like the jade has a harder lip on it. It's got that firm fall off, whereas the yellow is less firm and it's more of a softer bump through. Now in terms of the sound characteristics, so this is going to be the jade first. You can hear a bit of ping on that. And then the noble yellow. Jade, yellow. Jade, yellow. I think the yellow is a bit duller in sound. Yeah, the yellow is definitely duller in sound compared to the jade, but the jade has that sort of slight ping reverberation in that. In terms of the physical press, the harder lip, that load of it, makes the jade feel harder. Alrighty. So then, now let's go and check out the grey one. Yeah, that one. The linear grey. So if you really like heavy switches, then this is probably going to be the one for you. Now, there's no direct analog to it in the Kailh lineup, but let's see how that feels against, say, like the blacks. Whoa, yeah, okay, so the actuation on the grey is definitely much, much firmer. Now they said it was close to the box navies in terms of the weight, so let's just I've got a grey here, tactile grey. I'm going to say that it's actually very similar to the grey weight, but just linear. Yeah, so if you enjoy typing with the tactile greys and you wanted a linear option, then these ancient greys might be for you. Or if you like the weight of the cherry greys, but you don't want to pay their price for the linear greys, then and you can get these ancient greys cheaper, then this would definitely be an option for you. In terms of wobble, I'm going to say actually there's probably very similar amounts of wobble, even though it's a box switch. Just the tolerances on this particular tactile grey that I've got is actually not too bad. You're feeling very warm. Are you sick? No. Okay. All right. So that's a very quick. Now this doesn't have much noise to it because it's a linear switch. It's quite smooth, actually. It's very smooth. Not as smooth as a vintage black though. Definitely not as smooth. But this is OEM, right? So if you open this up and you lube it, then I would say you could probably get it smoother. The heavier weight makes it hard to compare directly though to any of these lighter switches, but the smoothness factor is very similar to the Kailh box blacks. Okie dokie. So that's a quick and dirty rundown on my experiences regarding these ancient China switches, or the China switches, whatever you want to officially call these. China Style series is what they're called. Thank you very much, Mitenolet, for these. I think they're quite interesting. If anything, I'm not likely to be interested in getting any of these because I think, careful, with box pinks, whoa, the box pink weight is still heavier than the yellows. What are you doing? And yeah, it has a firmer top edge lip to it by comparison, which I quite like on the jades as well. There you go. There you have it. New series of switches from Kailh. Alright, thank you Mitenolet for sending these. Really appreciate it. Sorry about the delay on actually getting to review these. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you want to see more of this kind of stuff, please hit that like button. Of course, hit that subscribe button and that bell button to get notifications on whenever new videos are released. So, yeah, as always,
Happy clacking.
you beat me to it. You gotta wait until Daddy says, until next time. You wanna try that one? What are you gonna say? Until next time?
Until next time, happy clacking.
You gotta say it louder. You say it towards the microphone. Loud. Until next time.
Until next time, happy clacking.
Well, I don't know if you heard that, but she did get there in the end. So, of course, until next time, happy clacking.